the same route. Are you stupid? And I was pretty proud of that last one because I wasn't allowed to say stupid back then. And with that, this is so ridiculous. With that, I ran to the back of the boat and began to take off my shoes and my socks. I was going to jump out of the back of the boat. Seriously, my mind was going something like, well, you suckers can get out of the boat if you want, but I am getting out of here. But luckily, my uncle grabbed me by the seat of my pants just in time, and he grabbed me and he put me on his lap, and he pinned me down so hard that I could hardly move. And you could look up and you could tell he was embarrassed. You could see the steam coming from his ears as the rest of the boat looked at him like, dude, get your child under control. And I remember sitting there, pinned down, unable to move, and I was so mad at him. I was almost to the point of crying because I did not want to get smashed by the hippos. Listen, keep in context. I'm 5 years old. In my mind, it is crystal clear what the outcome is going to be. I had already decided that there was no way I was going to survive the pool of hippopotami. Suddenly, I hear the captain's voice come over the loudspeaker, perhaps in an attempt to disarm the situation. He says, "Don't worry, folks. There's nothing to fear here. I promise I won't let anything happen to any of you. Yes, you, the little kid sitting there on your uncle's lap." And with that, he took out his gun and he shot those dang hippopotami. And they went back under the water. And what do you know? Finally, the captain kept his promise and he got us back to the dock. We finally had made it through the ordeal. And tonight, that's what I want to talk to you about. In all seriousness, I want to talk to you about making it through the ordeal. If you have a pen tonight, write down that title. Making it through the ordeal. Tonight I would be naive if I didn't realize or recognize that some of you have just faced or are currently facing some of the biggest ordeals, some of the biggest hardships of your life. Maybe things, issues, trials that put my 5-year-old Jungle Cruise experience to shame, put it in perspective. You're facing some of the biggest things you've ever faced in your life and you don't know what to do with it. If that's you, I've got a word for you. A word from God for you. Hold tight. Hold tight, young person. You are connected to the Savior of the world. And just like that Jungle Cruise captain came over the loudspeaker that day in an attempt to calm my heart, God is coming over the loudspeaker right now. He's speaking through me to you, and He is saying, "Don't worry, folks. There's nothing to fear here. I promise I won't let anything happen to you." Yep, that's you sitting on the chair right there. Seriously, some of you need to take that to heart tonight, because one word from God will change everything. I am sure that some of you in here tonight are dealing with stuff that has rocked your world to the core. If I were to go with the odds tonight, some of you in here have just found out, or have just recently found out, that your parents are getting a divorce. And that ordeal has started to wreak havoc on your life and your emotions and on your mind. You feel angry, you feel upset, you feel guilty and rejected all at the same time. And in that moment, you're thinking, where is God in all of this? I'm here to tell you, He's right here. He's right in the middle of your situation. And I'm sure that there's some of you in here tonight that are dealing with different types of addictions. Some stemming from previous hurts that we've experienced. Others, perhaps addictions that were started just because of bad decisions. But regardless of why we started, we now find ourselves addicted to different things, different relationships, different drugs, different highs, just to rescue us or to put a filter on the boredom, the dissatisfaction that we find in life. And we act like things are under control, like things are all good, like we're having fun. But in reality, if we were to get honest with ourselves, if we were to take an introspective look at our lives, we would be disgusted with what we saw. And young person, I don't just say that. I know that. I know that from experience. We find ourselves in this state of emptiness, perhaps in the shame of